everybody, you are watching DMVButterfly's channel. My name is Crystal and welcome back to all of you who have been here before. So what do you do when you make a goal and you don't meet it? For me, my answer is I keep trying. I may have to modify the goal, I may have to change my approach, but I keep going, right? Especially when it's a goal that I know I can reach. So my last weigh-in was in August. Today is January 4th, 2024. I did weigh in this morning. I am not going to post my weigh-in until 3 months, right? So last year I was posting my weight every single week. This time I just really want to focus on what my goal is for right now, my short-term goal, which is no sweets for the next 3 months, right? So to that end, and also no fast food, right? So no sweets, cakes, sugar, candy, none of that, and no fast food. So to that end, I have to be prepared. So today I'm coming to you with a meal prep for the next 3 days. I don't typically make food to last for an entire week. I'll do enough to last me 3, possibly 4 days. So I'll take you over to the kitchen and I'll show you what I'm going to prepare. I wanted to have some wild rice, and so I have that. So I'm going to take this over to my other ingredients and we'll get started. All right. For this meal prep, I'm about to make 4 chicken thighs. And then I'm going to have, my grain is going to be wild rice. I'm going to do bacon. I'm going to put that in the oven and do some Brussels sprouts. I'll also do some green beans. And then I'm going to do lima beans. I know a lot of people for the new year do black beans, but I'm feeling some lima beans. And I'm going to use this smoked turkey tail in those. And also I made my own shrimp stock, right? Using just shrimp shells. So in New Orleans, there's a restaurant called Dookie Chase, and the owner is Leah Trace. She passed away, but she used to make lima beans and she would put shrimp in them, and it was so good. So I'm going to bring in some shrimp flavor with the shrimp stock, and I'll show you quickly how I made it. After you peel your raw shrimp, instead of throwing the shells away, use the shells to make a shrimp stock. All I put in here was no salt seasoning, and I got this from Costco. It's Kirkland brand. And I also put in whole cloves of garlic. You bring the water to a boil, and then you let it simmer. I let mine simmer for about an hour, and then I'll drain off the shells. I can use this to make a soup, or I can use it to cook grains in, like rice or quinoa. I have a bowl here. I'll add a strainer. And there we have a nice, flavorful, and colorful broth. All right, so now that is the shrimp stock. I'm going to use that to make the beans with. All right, so I'm going to get started. I had chicken stock left over from something else that I cooked, so I'm using this as the liquid for the wild rice. So Brussels sprouts are really easy. You just snip this end off. I wouldn't normally do it like this, but for the purposes of the camera, you just cut that little end off. A leaf came off with it, and discard that. And then for the larger ones, I cut them in half. The smaller ones, I may just leave them whole. I do wash them off. So it's cut in half. And then I used the same pan that I cooked the bacon in, but I poured off probably 2/3 of the bacon grease, and then I added some olive oil and whatever seasonings of your choice. I added garlic powder and some vegetable seasoning. And I'll show you the vegetable seasoning that I used. This is the seasoning that I used, and it is the Gourmet Collection. They sell these in TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and Marshalls. You can also purchase them online. However, they cost much more online. The Brussels sprouts are out of the oven, and these are not burned. They're just charred. This spice literally changed my culinary life. After the rice is done, I put this in the rice and then I stir it up. It flavors it so well. I don't need butter. I don't need gravy. All I need is this. And it's very low calorie, 10 calories, but it punches so much flavor. There's like shallots and Thai chili peppers and garlic in this, and it is amazingly good on whole grains. So you could put it on meat, you could put it on whatever, but in whole grains, yes, it's the bomb. I purchase 3 of these at a time, sometimes 4 of them at a time, and I get them from Walmart. I can say that sometimes they are very hard to find. When I lived in Washington, D.C., I could not find it at all. I don't think stores didn't carry it. I think it just sold out very quickly. But thank goodness where I live now, it's always available. So yeah, grab some and throw it in your grains instead of using butter or oils, things like that. Don't say I never told you. Just go get you some. So this is 8 meals. I can have this for lunch or for dinner. This is lima beans with smoked turkey tails and a half a cup of rice. Some people like to eat their beans without rice. I like to eat mine with rice. This one and this one have a cup of rice, a turkey thigh, and Brussels sprouts. And then these 2 over here have a half a cup of rice, Brussels sprouts, and turkey thighs. Oh, and I also have bacon that's already in the refrigerator that I'm going to crumble over the Brussels sprouts when I heat them up. And there we are. I forgot to film the string beans. So they're cold now because I just took them out of the refrigerator, but these are they. Also in the refrigerator, I have plenty of salad fixings. I also have fresh fruit and frozen fruit. This is what my meal looks like put together. I take it out of the meal prep container and I put it onto a plate and heat it up in the microwave. Typically, I try not to eat carbs for dinner. However, I didn't have a lot of carbs today, so I'm having a cup of rice with my dinner. So that's about it for my meal prep for the next 4 days. I will check back in midweek to let everyone know how things are going with me. Thanks for watching.